All right, we're back. Let's see if it works this time. I don't think I am in the right stream, but we'll get it sorted out. Don't worry. We have too much to talk about, too much to cover, to be slowed down by that. Everyone, you'll find the right chat. Yeah. Just give me a second. I'm gonna get over to try to put the link of the right stream into this chat. Yep, of course. Live now in the wrong place. Hold on a second. All right, who's with me? Is anyone with me? And I'm gonna have to get this chat in the right place. So bear with me for just a second, okay? As we said, of course, there will have to be technical difficulties. You can turn it into a fun little drinking game. So if you were playing along and you have your eggnog or lemonade chilled and next to you, this is a good time to take the first shot of it. Let's see how it... I don't get it. I don't know what happened, but that's okay. Yeah, Mikhail's trying to help, but I think we're too far into it now. So I'm just going to commit to this stream. And hold on a second. And I'm going to pop out the chat here so that we can actually... Hello, Richard. I see you there. Okay, I think we have the right chat up. Sorry about the complications, everyone. Is anyone surprised? No, okay. Everyone will find it. They're starting to leave the other stream. Good. That does slow things down a little bit, but we still have 10 minutes, as you can see behind me here. 10 minutes until the next game is revealed and things to talk about. Now, one of the first things that I wanted to talk about is that yesterday, thanks to many of you, we actually reached our long-term fundraising goal to be able to buy a gaming laptop for the channel so that starting next year, it'll be easier for us to play multiplayer games while streaming, co-op games, all that fun stuff that we haven't had the equipment to be able to do so far. Now we'll be able to do that. We reached the goal yesterday. Thank you very much for everyone who's donated over the past, 8 or 9 months, actually. That's fantastic. We're going to get that computer ready so that we can start doing some cooler stuff and streaming and games and do co-op play starting at the beginning of next year. And since that fundraising campaign is finished, we thought for the rest of the year, we would try to use the incredible audience here, your generosity, the Christmas spirit, to start giving back to a better cause. Now, since I screwed up the stream somehow, we don't have the fundraising connected to this one. But at least starting tomorrow and to the end of the year, the streams, the new videos are going to be connected to a fundraising quest for this charity right here called Games for Love. And what they do is they take in donations and provide gaming equipment for sick children in hospitals all over the world. They work with already over 200 hospitals, 11 different countries. They have a lot of different kind of programs. Very good rating on external evaluations of charities. I think like 85% of the donations that they receive actually goes to their core quest to help children in hospitals be able to play games. I love this because we all know how helpful and how calming and how healing and how distracting video games can be. And children sick in hospitals, especially during this holiday season, deserve to have some fun and some distractions. And since we know how powerful that can be and how helpful that can be at a difficult time, this is a great charity to be able to donate to help children who are really having a hard time right now, especially them, have the equipment and the opportunity to be able to play games and bring a little bit of joy into their lives. So, the correct stream was already connected with this fundraiser. This one, I think, is not. Maybe Michael will be able to get it connected. If so, you'll see a little like hand-holding icon down near the chat. If you feel so inclined, during this stream, future streams, all the videos that we're going to publish to the end of the year, you'll be able to donate there, and we'll see how much money we can raise to the end of the year. I'm trying to actually sort out how to donate from our channel to get things going. That didn't work either. We'll get that sorted out tomorrow for the 24th. That might be the more appropriate time to start it anyway. But the reason that you are here is to learn about free games. Let's see. They're saying this. Am I on mute? Are you guys saying no? I'm not on mute. The slow chat is on 20 seconds. It looks like it's fine right now. It's not overwhelming. Legion Rides, you tell me if you want me to slow it down. Yeah, you want me to slow it down? All right. I will try to do that. Hold on just a second. Mikhail might be able to do it as well. This is why, we've told you before, this is why you should do live streams and have a channel with a friend so that someone can... Oh, slow mode wasn't even on. That's why, because I started a completely new chat. Yep, there we go. Better now? Yes, okay, we're on slow mode. Slowing things down a bit so that the moderators, I believe Kaito 2 can't be with us today. Legion Rides is going to be the one trying to keep the chat clean and civil. Thank you very much, Legion, for being with us. And Kaito 2, hopefully you'll be able to be with us soon. I know you have important things going on. All right, we have 5 minutes until the next game is revealed. Those of you who have seen the spoiler video, no spoilers yet, and if you try to spoil it in the chat, Legion Ride will delete your comment and then eventually give you a timeout. But what is interesting is the next free game is a game that is not even listed on the Epic Games Store. So I wanted to tell you that now because in 5 minutes it will be on the Epic Games Store for free, but this means that when we're guessing about what game is next, it doesn't need to be something on the Epic Games Store. And it's kind of a pet peeve of mine, but when I see comments, and during this season there's lots of comments because new people are coming into the chat, they don't know the history of the Epic Games Store, but saying, bro, you're showing games that might be free on the Epic Games Store and using Steam. Yeah, it's not because we're like dissing Epic. It's because games that might not be listed yet on the Epic Games Store can still be free. And the next game coming is a prime example of that. So we will continue looking on Steam for games that might be free on Epic because they might arrive for free and then be for sale after. The very first year or two of free games in the Epic Games Store, every single game was unlisted until it was free for a week and then for sale, which was a much better system because it meant people were not buying a game on the Epic Games Store that then would be free, making them feel that they had wasted their money. It was only after it was free that people who missed it then would have a chance to buy it. But so many games now coming to the Epic Games Store, that's no longer possible. Were there other things that I wanted to mention? I hope no one is sitting on the wrong... Mikhail, if you're... Yeah, only two people waiting on the wrong stream. I'm just going to let them know that they are in the wrong stream and they should hop over. Oh, I think Mikhail already shut that stream down, so that's perfect. All right, just a couple minutes to look in the chat. Exotic Gamer, thank you very much for being with us. Hot take, I prefer Epic Game Launcher over the Steam, not going to lie. Bold. I mean, I'm a big fan of the Epic Games Store. I'm not sure I would say that, although Steam is starting to get pretty chaotic and messy. Mikhail is saying, guys, can you please click on the donate to see if it's possible to donate from your country? It says not available for me. Only certain countries are able to donate. There are some other restrictions as well. We've had that problem before, but hopefully now Mikhail has managed to connect this random stream to the fundraising campaign for Games for Love, which will support children in hospitals all over the world and make sure that they have access to gaming during that difficult time. That could be quite helpful for them. Rizky is hoping for a triple game. It's only happened once before in the history of Christmas games on Epic. This is the 7th year and only once did we have a trilogy, but it has happened before. Someone wants AA or AAA for free. Yes, of course you do. Sir Play a Lot. Hello, Sir Play a Lot. He says, love from India, love from Czech Republic, from Should You Play It? Should you play a lot? Yes, you should. Exotic says, exactly. Steam has too much going on. I feel lost navigating it. I understand that. I used to really like the Epic Game Store also because every game was curated and someone in the Epic Game Store was deciding that the game was worthy of being added to the Game Store. Now it's also becoming a bit of a mess and people can just upload anything they want to the store. That is an advantage they lost, but it is what it is. All right, we've got 1 minute left before the reveal. Lemon, one of our newer members, says, love from Germany. Dankeschön. And is it a God game? It is not a God game. I'm sorry to say. Waiting for Detroit. I'm not sure why. We're hopeful, but there's very little indication. A lot of people seem to think, probably from one of those leaks that Detroit Become Human is going to be one of the games, but I hope so, but we don't have any reason to think that. People are spoiling. There's 30 seconds left. It's fine. 25th will be a good game. Quite probably depends what you call good. Although, guys, make sure you have 20 seconds. Make sure that you are subscribed. Just go and look. Make sure. Sometimes people have been watching us for years, haven't subscribed. And just very quickly, where are we? Yeah. We are getting so close to 100,000 subscribers. It would be great to do it for Christmas. 2, 1, 0. And the next game is Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. And you know what I notice? So 2 interesting things. First of all, finishing my thought. We would love for Christmas, maybe not on the 25th, but for the Christmas season, to get to 100,000. It would be such an incredible Christmas present from you to us and great to celebrate with you during this really exciting season. So if you're not subscribed yet, this is the perfect time to do it and to turn on notifications to make sure you don't miss any games that you would love because things are going really quickly, especially as we get deeper into the holiday season. And this is a great time to tell your brothers, sisters, cousins, nieces, nephews, uncles who game, aunts who game, anyone, that this would be a good time to subscribe so that we can get that silver play button for Christmas. This would be fantastic. 2 things to mention about this game before we look a bit more into it and see what it's all about. One, as I was mentioning before, this is going to make it very interesting to guess about the next game because Bloodstained was not listed on the Epic Game Store until this moment. So, if you're saying, no, that can't be the next free game because it's not listed on the Epic Game Store, we've told you before that rule doesn't apply, that it is more and more common that is the case, but it is not required for a game to be listed on the Epic Game Store for it to come free to the Epic Game Store, okay? So this broadens the field of what is possible. Second thing that I notice about this, what do you notice about the coloring of this cover? Anything you want to tell me? I see Soryanan says, again, the Mikhail purple. Indeed, that is exactly my observation. I don't know exactly what Mikhail purple is, but that planet has definitely got it. If you haven't been with us for every stream, yeah, Lemon also says, it have Mikhail's purple. It does indeed. Also, Steam ratings are too high. Really? Okay, let's check that first, and then we will come back to the Michal Purple. And if you haven't been with us for every stream, I will explain what Michal Purple actually means, because I understand that could be kind of confusing. Also, another reason we go to Steam often, and one of the big advantages that Steam has over Epic and probably always will, is user ratings. Yeah, Epic started it. It's honestly still, I like their system because you have to play it for a certain amount of time and then you are invited to leave a rating. But that means much fewer ratings, less data to go on. And they often seem really kind of ridiculously high to me. So Steam is still very useful to see. Do gamers like the game? And Bloodstained, I know, I don't have to look at the chat. Listen, I know, I can hear you whining about this game. This is not what you asked for. I understand. Looking at it, it doesn't get me excited either. Okay, let's be honest. However, people who have played it rate it very positive, not even mostly positive. Almost 11,000 reviews. And 93% of those reviews are positive. That's pretty darn impressive. That is bordering on overwhelmingly positive with 10,000 reviews. And remember, like 1 in 30 players actually leaves a review. So that's what, 300,000 players? And of the 11,000 that reviewed it, 93% of them like it. So, might not be your type of game, might not be what you were hoping for, but this seems to be a solid entry in the genre, at least. The genre is a side-scrolling RPG. It is an exploration-focused side-scroller action RPG by Koji Ikagashi. Play as Miriam, an orphan scarred... I'm sorry, I screwed up. I need to use a voice. Play as Miriam, an orphan scarred by an alchemist's curse that slowly crystallizes her body. Battle through a demon-infested castle and defeat its master to save yourself and all of humanity. Always got to get all of humanity in there. It's not just enough to save yourself. We've got to save the world and all humanity in the universe and all of that. Of course, it wouldn't be a JRPG if we weren't saving the entire universe, right? So, that's my case for giving it a try. I believe, Michal has already put in a game. Are you happy about getting Bloodstained Ritual of the Night? 13% wanted to play it. 31% say it looks decent. 4% of you already have it. That is something to be said about the way that Bob is choosing free games. Oh, by the way, my understanding was that Bob said that the free game today would not start with F. It's not starting with an F. There's not even there's not a single F of fish. There is only a single F in the title, but it is not starting with F. I thought, being a 7-year epicologist, that we should have a repeat by now. It's not repeated, and also Bob is choosing games that not a lot of people have. Only 4% of our very gamer-heavy viewership already owns this game. So this is something new. 53% of you, however, not interested. I understand. That's fine. But 50% of people that are open to it, interested in it, that's not bad. If that's the case for every one of the 17 free games, it means that then like over half of those 6-7 games, wait, I can do this. 8 or 9 games will be interesting for at least half of the viewers. Okay? Don't quote me on the statistics. Let's go back to Michal's Purple and start getting into the guessing for what's going to be next. Okay? Let me see if I've missed anything important in the chat. Jack is in the chat. I owned all the good ones so far. Well, of course you did, Jack, because you are a veteran collector of video games. It's hard to find something that's really solid or classic that you don't already own. I'm not surprised. But if you already own it, that's a good sign to the others that maybe they should give it a chance. Stefan, can't get it. Give it a second. Just try to refresh the page. I don't think this is the game to break the internet, but and the kid, I'm shocked that this hasn't happened before. I've been watching a few of Mikhail's streams. This hasn't happened before. The kids are here with 6-7. Fantastic. I'm not going to tell you my age. I will tell you that I am too old to understand what the fish is going on with 6-7, but there it is in the chat. Get it out of your system, kids. It's fine. Adam Lazor is asking, are you from the Czech Republic? I am not. I'm originally American. But I've been living in the Czech Republic for a long time, and that is where Michal, my co-host, and I stream from. Michal, my co-host, is Czech. He's from Prague, and I've been here for quite a long time. Someone else was asking if I speak Czech. I survive in Czech. I can get by. I can do what I have to do. But if I don't have to speak Czech, I won't. Let's put it that way. Why did you leave the U.S.? Last random question, then we'll get back to the purple and talking about the next game, okay? I left a long time ago. Originally, it was supposed to be a gap year after finishing my bachelor's degree in university. I wanted to go somewhere outside of the U.S. and teach English for a year. That turned into 4 years. That turned into then living in Asia and then in Africa and then coming back to Europe and marrying a European woman and having a kid and buying an apartment. And now my life is outside of the U.S. So it wasn't the original plan, but no complaints. All right. Anything else about the games in the chat? Exotic Gamer says 6-7 is a gag meme. I know. Yeah, I mean, I know there's nothing behind it. I think that's why I don't know. I don't know why it's still survived this long. It feels like it has outlived its welcome even in the meme universe. How is it that the average teenager has an attention span of 3 seconds, and yet something as empty as 6-7 can keep them fascinated for like 6 months? Okay, old man rant is done. Let's talk about video games, kids. So glad you're here with me and that I can be relevant and part of the cultural zeitgeist. The purple. Michal is convinced that the reason why the wrapping paper, have we looked at the new wrapping paper? Let's confirm. I'm sure you would have told me if nope, the wrapping paper is exactly the same. Michal is convinced that the wrapping paper is purple every time because every free game has had a little bit of purple in the cover. I'm going to be completely honest. Michal, mute your speakers for a moment if you're listening. No disrespect. I'm not sure I buy it. Some of the covers with purple, I've been very, very skeptical. However, this one, where is it? Come back. This one, remind you of any purple? I mean, if that had been the very first wrapping paper, and this was the game, we would absolutely be convinced that the purple was part of the clue. Okay, that's all I'm saying. It's not a perfect purple, but it is a Michal's purple, and that's why we call it Michal's purple, because he sees it. I'm not sure anyone else does. Michal, if you're still with us, you could start a new poll of who thinks that purple is actually a theme through all of the free games this year. Some of you in the chat do. Amandeep Singh says purple is the theme of the year. Shujed Michal is in the chat with some purple emojis. Zuri, also a purple crying face. Cloud 6535 definitely is purple. Lemon says fish that. And Exotic Gamer says Mikhail's going crazy. Mikhail's purple is a very divisive issue, but there might be something there, and we don't have much else to go on. So we're going to stick with purple. Forget the idea that it has to be a game listed on the Epic Game Store. I think so far, none of the free games have actually been on sale on the Epic Game Store before. I'm not sure we've 100% confirmed that, but that does seem to be a pattern at least. And final important thing. This is what the fish. Okay. We are coming up on some bigger games, historically speaking. I know some of you who are kind of new to this or have heard that last year or in previous years, I don't know, that Control or Death Stranding or Tomb Raider Trilogy was free. All true, but those were on very specific days, over 15 to 17 days of giveaways, okay? So you might be disappointed so far, but we are coming up on the days where historically we get bigger games. The 24th is one of those. The 25th is definitely one of the biggest giveaways. And then at the very, very end, either New Year's Eve or New Year's Day or the last day of the giveaway, or all of those tend to be bigger games. So looking at tomorrow. Tomorrow, Christmas time is going to be the 24th, depending on where you are, either Christmas Eve, the day before Christmas, or the most important day of Christmas. There's lots of countries where they open presents and have the main celebrations on the 24th. Other countries where the main celebration is on the 25th. Epic is an American company. They usually give away the biggest game on the 25th. But in previous years, here it is. On the 24th, in the past giveaways, the very first Christmas giveaway was Inside, which was a repeat. Surprising. So a repeat, but I mean, a solid indie game. One of my favorite games, actually. Extremely memorable, extremely atmospheric, but a repeat on the 24th. Pathfinder Kingmaker, not for everyone, but a very popular game and lots of hours of playtime if you can get into it. Metro Last Light Redux or Redo, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Wait. I'm gonna open this up. Let me find the list. Where is it? Where's the list that we use? There it is. And so looking at, I know that Inside, when it was free for Christmas, was a repeat. Let's see. Okay. And wait. Free for Christmas on the 20th. Yep. And it had been free before. So also a repeat, guys. Okay. Ghostwire Tokyo was at the first giveaway. It has also been repeated. Go away pop-ups. Free for Christmas on the 23rd, but was free then in 2024. Okay, so when it was free for Christmas on the 23rd, it was for the first time. That was not a repeat. Dredge was definitely not a repeat. And that, whether or not you're into indie games, that was one of the biggest indie games of last year. That was like the people who got into it. That was a huge deal. It won all kinds of awards. And yeah, so that was, I wouldn't call it a pattern, but these are quite popular indie games, or kind of double A open world. Metro is not open world. Double A semi-open worlds, and a fair amount of repeat free games there. So Inside was a repeat, Metro was a repeat. Okay? So that is what we have to go on. I will now bring it over to you. Let the guessing begin. What do you want to tell me? What would fit? Game is gone, dude? Is the game gone? Ooh, this would be exciting. Refresh. Bear with me. Where'd it go? Dude, where's it? Dude. Dude. Dude! What is happening? It's gone. You're right. You're not wrong. It's gone. Okay, I'm going to refresh. No. There's nothing there. Did anyone manage to claim it? Did anyone manage to claim Bloodstained? Because now it is gone. This has not happened before. This is mysterious. Look at that. How exciting. Okay. Wait. Mikhail just sent something in the chat. So okay, it's just some kind of glitch with the display on the homepage. So if you search for Bloodstained, you will still be able to claim it. Okay, and actually, let's just make sure. I'm going to try to claim it right now in case it disappears. Sometimes you have 24 hours. Sometimes you might have just minutes. So claim today or regret it forever. All right, so I have it. Yeah, thank you, Mikhail. But that is very strange. So if you're joining the chat right now because you're wondering what happened to the free game, you would have to know which game was actually announced, or come to Should You Play It, where we will try to sort it out. While you're here, hi, how about subscribing? We would love to get a silver play button for Christmas, and we are so close to 100,000 subscribers. You might be just the viewer we're looking for. If you came here looking for information, hey, we've got it. Subscribe, and now the answer is just go on the Epic Game Store, search for Bloodstained, click on the one that says it is normally $40. $40. Okay. Very positive reviews, and normally $40. Not a repeat, not a game that most people have bought, but free. Yeah, guys, I know most of you are looking for Red Dead Redemption 2 or GTA 5 or Cyberpunk 2077. None of those are probably going to happen. This is the stuff that we get. And if you're ready to try something that was not on your gaming radar or on your wish list before, but might be a surprise and might expand your gaming horizons, this is pretty cool. And if you're here now because you weren't sure how to get it, this is how you can still get the free game. Search for Bloodstained, and then claim it. We've already got it in our library. All right, back to. Thank you for letting me know. That is so weird. I'm sure if you listen very carefully, you can hear Bob running around his office, screaming at the top of his lungs, "Get up the icon! Get up the icon! Get up the icon! Where's the icon?" Because Epic Games is on fire! It does happen from time to time. It's okay. Bob will get it under control. He always does. Bob is doing his best, guys. He really is. Give Bob a break. Where were we? Do you have any games that have some of that special Mikhail's Purple that are not AAA? Like I'm feeling really solid indie game, or kind of like a AA shooter type of game. That is what would be consistent with previous years. So, bring it on. Anything that fits that. Oh, and we want to see purple in the cover. I will be looking for that because I think Mikhail might have something. All right. Did you complete? Yes. If you're just joining us, we completed the fundraising campaign to get a gaming laptop. We finished it yesterday, thanks to all of you. Thank you so much. We will be ordering that computer, starting to use it for some multiplayer and co-op live stream starting at the beginning of 2026. Meanwhile, we have started a new campaign that you might see You might see it down by the chat, a little button with like hands holding. That is to donate to our charity drive for the rest of the year. All of the live streams and videos will have a donate button for Games for Love, which brings gaming equipment into hospitals so that sick children will be able to play video games during that difficult time. And especially during the holiday seasons, that is a fantastic charity. They work with over 200 hospitals in 11 countries. So if you were thinking of donating to us to help us get a gaming laptop, thank you very much. But it means now we would prefer for you to donate to this charity, and to the end of the year, let's see how many kids we can get connected with gaming so that they have some joy and distraction from what's happening in their lives. It's and it works. Jack, very appropriately, Jack is our first donator. $5 Canadian for Games for Love. Thank you very much. Great to see that it works. And of course, Jack is going to be the first one to jump in there because he is one of our most generous, I think it's safe to say, our most generous supporter. Thank you, Jack. It does work. Not all countries can donate. Sorry about that. You could find another way to donate directly to that charity or one similar if you want to. But that's now going to replace our fundraising for our equipment, and now for the holidays being able to give back to the community with a gaming twist on it. I really like that. All right, enough distractions. A cult of Lamb would be huge, but does kind of fit the big indie game idea. Let's see here, Cult of Lamb, and don't know if you see it. I definitely see it. No. We want to go back. Yeah. I see some purple there. I see some purple. So, yes. Agreed. I'm gonna ideas for the 7th. Yes. Cult of Lamb. That would be huge. When was it published, actually? It's been a few years. If you don't know it, one of the biggest indie games of all time, kind of up there with Stardew Valley. And I would be shocked, but it was published in 2022. I'm sure the developer has been working on something else. So yeah, and I do see that special Mikhail's purple there. It would be a very big indie game. It would not be a repeat. I love the guess. All right. Let's see. What else? Not Spider-Man, Hollow Knight. I'm gonna check. Gonna check the cover. Is that purple? Is that purple? I know who would call it purple, definitely. Fish. Too many pop-ups. It really depends on the saturation levels of your screen. Is that purple? It would also be a huge indie game. It is on our prediction list for this whole event because Silksong has just come out. What the heck? Let's live a little, dream a little. I'm putting it on the list. All right, scrolling down to the bottom of the chat. Is the leaked list real? I'll tell you this. If you watch the whole video carefully, you will find out if it's real or not. 100%. All you have to do, I know this is asking a lot, but all you have to do is watch the video and listen to what Mikhail is saying in the video. And all of your questions will be answered. All right, I see Gotham Knights, which whenever we're talking about purple, definitely comes up. And kind of a double-A shooter. This is, who published this? It is Bethesda, isn't it? No. Sorry. WB Games. Yeah. Warner Brother. Don't know why I always put that in the same basket as like Deathloop or yeah, I mean double A shooter. I think that's a good guess. We are kind of going through similar ones, but on the 24th, these are more possible. I think these are more like December 25th games, but I'm gonna put it on the list. Let's see, Raji and Ancient Epic. Gonna check that out. Let's see. Now, this has been free before, right? It would be a repeat. No, it hasn't. Really? I thought I got it for free somewhere else, from Amazon maybe? Because I played it. And these days, like I pretty much only play games that I've gotten for free, because that's what we do here. Even with Michal's interpretation of purple, I'm not feeling it, and it's my stream, and I have to reject something. So I'm saying no, not Raji. It is a decent indie game though. I liked it. I've seen lots of people in the comments talking about Tunic. Is Tunic, does it really have that purple in the cover? Whoa, Tunic game. Not that kind of stream. Okay, well, it has all the colors, doesn't it? It basically has all the colors. It would be a very solid indie. This was a very popular one. I'm putting it on the list for now. Not sure if it's going to make the cut, but I'm going to put it on the list. All right. If you're just joining us and you cannot claim the free game from Epic yet, well, first of all, please subscribe, because you came here for information about the Epic Game Store, and we have a goal to try to get to 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. You could help us out, and it's back. It's back. Okay, yeah. See? Good job, Bob. Don't know what happened, but Bob was on it. Faster than you could say Bob's your uncle, which would be quite something. What if Bob was my uncle? Blah, blah, blah. Where were we? We were on Terraria. Okay, you know what? There is some obsession. Yeah, Tunic. Yeah, I added it to the list. I added it there. Skeptical. Terraria. There is some obsession with Terraria this time around. I think some of you are still stuck on the leaked list that has not gotten 6 of the last 7 games correct. And for that reason, you're still hoping for Detroit Become Human and Terraria. However, there's a lot of purple in that cover. There's a lot of purple and green in that cover. If the colors mean anything at all, Terraria has to be one of the games. Fine. Yeah, okay. I'm adding it. Doesn't seem likely to me, but I'm adding it. What else? Exotic Gamer says both Subnautica are not on sale. Please check. Okay. I will indeed. We're gonna... Subnautica, not on sale. I don't see... Oh, Subnautica Below Zero. I see... Do you know what I see? I see purple. And it would not be a repeat. Oh, where's the... I wish Epic would just show us the cover. See, that's another reason that we go to Steam. Except I want to know if it's on sale. But okay. Okay, I'm going to add it. Subnautica Below Zero. Below Zero. And then Jack. Sayonara Wild Hearts. You tried it yesterday, but Mikhail was searching for the wrong game. Well, let's see if we can rectify that. Is it listed on Epic? Not that that matters, but let's make sure it's not on sale. Sayonara Wild Hearts is here and seems... it's not listed on the Epic Game Store. So it means it's not on sale on the Epic Game Store. It is on sale on Steam. Doesn't mean anything. Heck of a lot of purple. Overwhelmingly positive reviews. And excessive amounts of purple with green tints on the cover. Solid. Very solid. Honestly, I think Annapurna, we have gotten lots of games for free published by Annapurna. Yeah, we've gotten Outer Wilds was a game on the 25th last year, I believe. We have gotten for free on the Epic Games Store. Okay. I might have to eat my words. Have we not gotten any of these? Outer Wilds. Okay, thank you. Outer Wilds we've gotten. And that's all. What Remains of Edith Finch? I think. Yes, we've gotten that as well. But not many, considering how familiar I am with a lot of those games. But I think this is a great guess. I do think this is a great guess. Yeah, and actually, I'm putting that up. I'm putting that up number 1. All right, moving to the bottom of the chat. Control has been free 3 times. I really don't think Control is going to be free again. Gloomy Eyes we've looked at before. Skull I know has lots of purple in the cover. Let me see if it is on sale, because that is a pattern that we are still kind of holding on to. Not on sale. Shoot, remind me, was it free before? It was not. It was not free before. Look at that. Not on sale, not free before, very purple cover, solid indie game. Fine. Fine, yep. And actually I'm putting it around here. Okay, what else we got? Guardians of the Galaxy, yes. Yeah, because there are lots of repeats in the 24th in the past. Is it on sale? Guardians. Am I spelling it wrong? Probably. Where did it go? Yep. Wrong window. Stick with me. Ay. Technical difficulties. Take a drink. Oh my goodness. Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, because it starts with Marvel. Okay. It is heavily on sale. For that reason, I'm going to say quite unlikely. Not impossible, but much less likely. All right. Lemon also saying Guardians of the Galaxy. I say unlikely. Solstice. I'm always confusing this with one that I played and reviewed. Yeah. It was free. Is it on sale? Not on sale. $40. Kind of a AA semi-open world. Actually, not an open world. It's a AA RPG with a linear world. And let me just check the cover. Blah, 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 blah. Stick with me. Blah, blah, blah. Is that purple or a grayish blue? I have 2 monitors here. It looks a bit more purple on one. Yeah, I see the purple mist kind of down there. I'm putting it low in the list. Excuse me for a second while I have a refreshing drink of Kofola, the cola from the Czech Republic that has more flavor, is kind of a bit nuttier, earthier, less sweet, but with a fantastic flavor. And I think you'll find it very refreshing. It also comes in multiple Christmas flavors. Call me, Kofola. We'd be happy to do a sponsorship with you. And I'm ready to stream for another half an hour. No, they're not a sponsor, but I would really love them to be. Holy Kofola advert. Yes, for free. You're welcome, Kofola. Your brand has now been spread around the world. Speaking of which, this is the perfect time for me to ask, hey guys, where are you from? How you doing, whatever country you're in? Is Coca-Cola an alcoholic drink? It is not. It is basically a cola with slightly less sugar than Coke. It is the Soviet, not the Soviet. It is the socialist Czech version of Coca-Cola because they couldn't get Coca-Cola, so they made this before. But the fact is that a lot of products that were a replacement for an American product during socialism didn't survive because the American version was better. This is still around and it's spreading because it's better. Yep. Just the way it is. Yeah, why are they going to sponsor us if I spend 5 minutes doing that for free? Call me Coca-Cola, or I will never do that again. I'll probably do it again because it's a product I believe in. People from Pakistan, Rixi is from Czechia, and I believe that because you have _CZ in your username. Tak witam cię. Jsme wdzięczni, że jsi tady. More Pakistan, someone from the Western Hemisphere, congratulations. Portugal, also Czechia. We're getting more viewers from Czechia. Love to see it. Even though the stream is in English, I'm glad that you guys are with us. Hopefully we'll bump into you on the street sometime. Germany, Jordan, India, Argentina. Richard Lindau is from Argentina, and I'm obviously drinking tea? Coffee? Is that a pot of honey? Richard, are you drinking a pot of honey? Slime Rancher 2. Let's check. You're from Slime Rancher 2. That is a terrifying place to be from. Bosnia and Herzegovina. I was just there last month, actually. Love the place. Wonderful people. Peru, Bulgaria, Ireland, India, Kuwait. I have an idea. Okay, we haven't done this before. I'm going to quickly go through this list, and we'll get back to a few more games, and then I'm going to end the stream, okay? I'm going to tell you which of the countries you are listing, the country that you're from, which ones I've been to. Turkey, been there. Texas, been there. India, been there. Poland, been there. Romania, have not been there, but would really like to. Austria, been there. Pakistan, have not been there. Have not been to Bangladesh. Have not been to Iran. I have definitely been to Bosnia. Have not been to Mongolia. I've been to Ghana. Have not been to Brazil. Have not been to Pandora. Watch your step there. I've heard the plants are carnivorous. I have not been to Brazil nor Romania. I've been to Bulgaria, but not Romania. I've been to Poland. Definitely been to the Czech Republic. Been to the UK. Have not been to Nicaragua. Have not been to Kuwait nor Peru. Have been to Bulgaria and Ireland. See Bosnia again. Have not been to Saudi Arabia. I've been to Sweden, not Egypt. I haven't been to Vice City, but I have been to Vatican City. Yeah. I have not been to Ukraine. I have been to Spain. I have been to the US. I haven't been to Norway. Honestly, Norway is one of the last one of the last European countries that I haven't been to, actually. I have been to Slovenia, spent 2 weeks backpacking in Slovenia. I have been to Malaysia briefly. Have not been to Argentina, but if I ever do, I will call up and I will stay with Richard Lindau. I'm assuming you have a sofa that I can sleep on, right, Richard? We've known each other long enough. I'm just going to invite myself over to your place one of these days. I have been to Finland. I have been to Vietnam. I have not been to Nepal. No one is more shocked than me. I have been to Myanmar. Sorry, no shade to everyone else. Myanmar, one of my favorite countries. I have not been to Greece. I have been to England. Not been to Jordan. I've definitely been to... I've lived in Germany. A couple more. I have not been to Atlantis. Neither have you, my friend. I have not been to Jamaica. Yes, Belgium. Not Uzbekistan, but I spent a couple of weeks in Kyrgyzstan recently. That is my only Central European country. I have been to the Netherlands a couple of times, briefly. Still never to Amsterdam, though, so I don't know if it counts. I have been to Hungary, and not just Budapest. I have been to, let me see if I can do this, Pest. Yeah. Richard Lindau says, of course, Caleb, thank you very much. I look forward to that visit. I have not been to Macedonia yet, but I might early next year. Yes, I've been to India. I spent 6 months in India. I lived in Japan for a year. I have not been in the North Pole. I've been to Switzerland. I've not been to the sun nor Naboo. Okay, we're spinning out here. Anyway, France. Yes, I lived in Dijon, and have been all over France. Not everywhere, but in many regions of France. And now people are just listing video game locations. Let's get back to a few more games. While you recalibrate and we let the chats catch up. Remember that we are looking for something with purple because the game today, a lot of purple. I got to admit, a lot of purple. I am a nomad. I mean, I was basically nomadic for quite a few years of my early adulthood. Right now, I'm the most stable that I've ever been. I've been in the Czech Republic for, well, a little bit longer than this channel has existed. I'll let you piece that together. Let's get back to guessing a couple more games. I'm going to add 3 more to my list. And while you prepare your guesses, I'm going to have another refreshing sip of this Kofola that is Czech Republic's hidden gem and future gift to the world. You want to know what it tastes like? Call me, Kofola. We could do great things together. If you want to help us get the sponsorship from Kofola, you can go to their website, find their info email, and write to them and say, should you play it? Would love to promote your drink more. Get in touch with them. We'll do great things together. Please spam them. That would be so much fun. The second best gift you could give me for Christmas. One would be helping us get that silver play button before the end of the year. And the second best gift would be just spamming the fish out of Kofola, telling them about someone they've never heard of and saying, should you play it, wants to promote your drink all over the world. Anyway, fun. Where were we? Slime Rancher 2, I believe, is where we were. And now, back to your regularly scheduled games. Blah, blah, blah. Now, I'm sorry, guys. Too many games. I played Slime Rancher 2, but it was not one of the free games. Let me check the cover. There is purple. There is purple. Let's see if it's on sale. It is quite a lot on sale. Not feeling it. Too risky to use one of the spots. Spyro Reignited Trilogy would be a big deal. That would be a big deal. Let me see. Is Spyro even listed? Spyro, it is not listed. Is any other Spyro not listed? Now, not impossible, because if you're just joining us, the free game today was not listed on the Epic Game Store before it was free. So that means that Spyro could still be the next free game. It would just have to come to the Epic Game Store. And the cover, yeah, well, I mean, Spyro is purple, right? And with lots of green in the background. I know we've added it to lists before, but I'm putting it on the list. Seems solid. And that would be like a really, I like this collection of like really popular indie games that are not on sale on the Epic Game Store that would be pretty exciting, but not like the AAA games that we're hoping for the 25th. So these here, that is a very solid list. More like that. A couple more like that. So that was one. Katana Zero, I see. Is it for sale? Is it on sale? Katana Zero is not listed on the Epic Game Store. Interesting, which means it is not on sale. It is not on discount. Let's be more precise. Katana Zero. It is. Oh, I'm going to sneeze, and this mic does not have a mute button, so brace yourselves. Wait. So sorry. Bracing sneeze. You know what's a good tonic for that? A nice refreshing sip of Cofola. Anyway, Katana Zero. Not listed on... Sweet, holy, overwhelmingly positive reviews, Batman. Solid. I like clear purple in the cover, not on discount on the Epic Games Store. Very solid indie game. It fits. Gotta say, yeah, it fits. I'm putting it here with the others that are a really, really good fit. Which means we have time for one more. Ark Survival Evolved, I see. Thank you for the bless yous, everyone. I appreciate it. Kao the kangaroo. That's I like that. That seems more realistic. I like that. Is it on discount? I know that's that. Kao the kangaroo. It is. There's no discount. It is very purpley. How well rated was that? We played it. I was. It's on heavy discount on Steam, not on the Epic Games Store. Solid purple overtones on the cover. Mostly positive. That sounds about right to me. Not very positive, mostly positive. It was okay. This would be a disappointing one. Would it fit for the 24th? I feel like the 24th is going to be something a little bit bigger and more exciting than this. Okay, so I'm not going to use the last spot. The Outer Worlds Spacer Choice Edition. Now, last year on the 25th, not to spoil my stream tomorrow, but on the 25th, The Outer Worlds was one of the games. But this would be coming as a repeat. Therefore, let's check if there's a discount. Pretty heavy discount. So no, I'm not doing that. Okay, to make everyone happy, we're gonna search for No Man's Sky. Just because I know you won't stop suggesting it until we search it and we decide if it's fit or not. Is it not? Is No Man's Sky not for sale on the Epic Games Store? No Man's Sky. It's not. I had no idea. Which means there's no discount on the Epic Games Store. And what are the ratings these days? No Man's Sky. Poof. Recently, yeah, because the launch and the first year of the game was an absolute fishing disaster, like a legendary bad launch, legendarily bad launch. One of the cautionary tales of all gaming history. So still very positive overall, because I think it's still weighted down by just how negative it was for the first year or so, but recently overwhelmingly positive. And in the cover, I see all the colors. I still think this is too big for the 24th. It might fit for the list of the 25th, but I'm not feeling this yet. Moose and Brody, my ears are bleeding. I apologize. I did try to warn you. But this mic doesn't have a mute button. I could have covered it or something. But anyway, you knew the risks when you came to my stream. Got to wrap it up, guys. This has been a long stream. And Jack is suggesting Sea of Stars. Is that even listed on the Epic Games Store? It is not. Let's just check it out over here on Steamy. Sea of Stars. Also not on Sea of Stars. Okay, I thought it wasn't on Steam for a second. Sea of Stars, very positive. Show me the cover. The cover, Mikhail would see purple there. I don't see enough purple, especially compared to everything else fits. Solid indie game. Not on discount. Would not be a repeat. But I'm not feeling the purple thing. We're still looking for one. Gonna get down to the bottom of the chat here. Please check Sanabi. Okay. What is Sanabi? Sanabi, very purple. Very purple. Is it on Epic? Oops. It is not for sale on Epic, which means it's not on a discount. Let's see what the reception was. Sanabi, overwhelmingly positive. An exhilaratingly stylish dystopian action platformer. Kind of a fit. I gotta admit, that's kind of a fit. Very successful indie game. Not necessarily something that everyone has heard of. I think... Okay, one other suggestion. Check Redfall, please. Gonna check Redfall. Not on sale. This is one that we think... I actually think Redfall could be like on near the end of the year, like even on the 31st or something. You know what? A kind of a random one, but I think it's actually a good fit and kind of a realistic guess. Sanabi. I'm putting it on the list and I'm calling it a stream. Everyone, you will have several chances. I'm gonna put this. I'll sort this out. I'm gonna have to choose 10 of them. So I need to go and make the prediction video. Thank you very much for the help. That is a very nice list. I think that fits the information that we have. It will probably be something that we haven't even heard of, but remember, 24th starts to be some more exciting games. And then tomorrow for the live stream, we will be guessing about the Christmas game. The likes of Prey, Death Stranding, The Outer Worlds, Control. Before it was a repeat, I believe. I think that Control in 2024, it was a repeat, wasn't it? So there will definitely be enough to guess about. 2 quick thoughts. Make sure you've subscribed, because we were trying to get to a really important milestone. Tell your friends, your cousins, especially as you get together for Christmas. Give the gift of free games by getting them subscribed to Should You Play It, and kill 2 birds with 1 stone, maybe a turkey and a partridge in a pear tree, by also helping us get the gift of a silver play button for Christmas. That would be fantastic. And meanwhile, all of the videos going forward, the prediction videos, I think even the Bob comment videos and the live streams will have that little donate button to the cause of the charity Games for Love, which is dedicated to bringing gaming equipment into hospitals so that sick children can play video games to take their minds off of being sick in a hospital during the holidays, which would just fishing suck. But it does happen, and Games for Love actually works with over 11 countries, with some developing countries as well, over 200 hospitals and growing. So it's a great charity for us to be a part of for the rest of the year. Please consider clicking that button. And if you can't donate on YouTube in your country, you can go directly to the website, Gamers for Love, and there you should be able to donate directly to them. Yeah, even like in the Czech Republic, technically we can't donate on YouTube yet, but I would still be able to donate directly to them in Czech crowns there. Everyone, thank you very much for being with me. Thank you for your patience with the inevitable technical difficulties. Tune in tomorrow. I will be here again because Mikhail will be with his family for the 24th. That's when Most Czechs celebrate Christmas in the Czech Republic, but I'm with my American family, so I'll be celebrating on the 25th. We're going to take turns. I'll be here tomorrow. There will be more technical difficulties. There will be more Kofola. There will be at least one more free game and more guessing. Thank you very much. It's been very pleasant being with all of you. Merry Christmas and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Okay, and now I think we hit this one. Yeah. Whew. Whew. Okay. Fish me. What the fish? Oh. Okay. All right. Okay. Now. Man, the chat keeps going for a while. What? I'm not still streaming. You're still streaming. Go away. Stop spying on me. People.